Hello, this is my SWOT analysis for Netflix. Let's start off with strength. Brand recognition. Netflix has a very strong brand recognition. It's considered the most popular streaming service in the world. In addition, they create many original ideas, such as Bridgerton, Stranger Things, and The Crown. Also, Netflix has a global outreach of over 190 countries. And the thing about Netflix is that they're constantly updating their programs and their coding so that their users can get a personalized experience and a personalized not ideas but necessarily like recommendations. Weaknesses, profit loss. Netflix has produced, when they produce these big movies that cost over $200 million, there's not a guarantee that they're going to get that money back. And so sometimes when a movie doesn't perform as well and they don't make a profit, they're losing a lot of money. Next is limited ownership. They have a limited content ownership, which means when a license expires, they lose the content on their streaming service. Price raises. The content price raise has led to a downturn in customer satisfaction and subscriber rates. Opportunities expansion. Netflix has the opportunity to expand in countries that haven't fully developed technology. They're a little bit behind. And these are countries like Asia, Africa, and Latin America. And this gives them the opportunity for new subscribers that they might not be able to gain here. Expansion. Well, that's a lie. New subscription. Offering a cheaper subscription option that involves ads can attract more budget-friendly users. And then interactive TV shows and games. Recently, Netflix came out with the concept of an interactive show, and pretty much as you're watching a show, it's going to ask you questions, it's going to ask you to do certain tasks so that you can continue on to the next clip of the show. And then they've also released games. These games are, you can go on the app, and on the app it looks like a show, but when you click it, it's like a normal iPhone game. And then, let's move on to threats. Competition. Netflix has a large competition, a large pool of competition in streaming services. It used to be cable that used to be your biggest competition, but recently, since cable has fallen out of favor, their biggest competition has become services like Amazon Prime Video, HBO, Paramount, Apple TV, Disney Plus, and they're all taking viewership away from Netflix. Next is digital piracy. Piracy threatens Netflix because if they spend, like I said before, $200 million on a movie, and the next thing you know, somebody just leaked it online for free, they're losing a lot of money. And lastly is the price raise. The content price raise leads to a downturn in subscriber. Wait, I'm reading the wrong one. Password sharing. Yeah, I'm on password sharing. My bad. Password sharing. Obviously, if one person has one account but there's 8 other people on the account, every single month Netflix is losing hundreds of dollars just on that one account alone. And imagine if there's a million people out there doing that. They're losing a lot of money. Okay, let's dive into the history of Netflix. My thing's lagging real bad. Okay, in 1997, Reed Hastings and Mark Randolph started Netflix. It was originally a DVD rental by mail service designed to compete with other services such as Blockbuster and Redbox. Netflix began to gain popularity in the early 2000s by creating their subscription service, which introduced new additions such as no late fees and a larger selection. Their exponential growth led to the downfall of other services such as Blockbuster and Redbox. What really sealed the deal with owner success was when they launched their streaming service, which allowed customers to watch online. As the internet and technology advanced, the demand grew, and Netflix became the biggest streaming service in the world. As Netflix took over the world, they started producing their own original pieces, starting in 2013 with House of Cards. Since then, they have grown into, of course, the biggest streaming service in the world. Let's move on to strength. Netflix has established itself as a well-positioned global company in the streaming service market by providing services to over 190 countries. This allows them to reach diverse audiences, and their advanced systems give them personal recommendations that enhance the viewing experience. The streaming service offers more than 19,000 content offerings for viewers to choose from and spend. In addition, they continue to expand. They're constantly making new shows, they're constantly making new movies, and these are movies that are being critically acclaimed all over the world. They're winning Oscars, they're winning Tonys, even Grammys for their, recordings. Let's move on. One of their biggest strengths is their original content, which is found in multiple acclaimed pieces such as Bridgerton, Stranger Things, and The Crown. Since the original content has become so popular with viewers, it only has increased their competitiveness weakness. Despite its success, Netflix has several internal issues that may hinder success and lose viewer retention. One of the issues is that Netflix has to invest a lot of money into producing original content. If a TV show or movie fails, there's a multi-$100 million loss because of this. There is a lot of pressure on profitability and subscriber growth. Secondly, Netflix has slowly lost their price effectiveness compared to other services. In January of 2019, their standard plan was at a rate of $12.99, and it has rose to a rate of $17.99. It's hard for them to retain viewership when their prices are only going to go higher and higher, especially because of the economy. In addition, Netflix has limited ownership to some of its shows, which means that when the license ends, they're losing a lot of money, especially if it was a successful movie or TV show. Opportunities. Netflix has a great opportunity to expand and evolve inside the brand world. One opportunity is to expand into countries such as Africa, Asia, and Latin America. Internet access is developing in certain parts of the countries, and residents may want to watch shows and movies online. If Netflix offers cheaper prices and more personalized shows and movie options, they can up subscriber rates. Another good idea Netflix has started is ad-supported plans, which is a cheaper option for people who don't mind watching a few ads and want a budget-friendly option. This can help bring in more viewers and make more money. In addition, Netflix has started a new feature by creating interactive shows and games. These features allow them to expand into new markets and give them an edge against the competition. Netflix has recently faced some challenges due to their price raise, which led to low customer satisfaction and lower subscription rates. In addition, there are only a few competitors growing. Their competitors are only growing stronger. Companies such as Amazon Prime, HBO Max, Disney Plus, Apple TV, and Paramount Plus are all making their own successful content, which is drawing viewership away. Places like North America, Europe, and Europe, almost everybody who wants to stream has a streaming service. They know what Netflix is, they know what it offers, and it isn't really anything new and exciting, or that maybe they have found another streaming service that they prefer more. But that's why Netflix needs to branch into other countries, such other less developed countries, and not even less developed, well, certain parts of them are less developed, so that they can expand their brand and get more subscribers. And that's why focus on getting new subscribers from other countries. Also, password sharing limits potential revenue. Lastly, another issue is digital piracy. People are watching shows and movies illegally. This hurts Netflix because they are making less money, and it makes original content less valuable. Thank you so much for watching.